I told you, fam. I told you Hojlund will score. You always felt it. What a day. What a relief. Look at him. His face says it all. This boy needed this goal, honestly. His life depended on this goal. And I'll tell you, this could change a lot about him. Welcome to the United Sport. My name is Webb. Here is the official match reaction and player ratings of Man United's convincing victory against Leicester City. Look at you. Look at you. Man is a look at. You see, some of people have little faith, by the way. And even when Hojlund clearly showed you signs that he's going to score a goal anytime soon, many of you still did not want to believe. But I'll tell you, he may not have had the best of games. Actually, I don't think this performance was anywhere close to how he played against Real Sociedad. But I wouldn't care, really. A striker needs goals. This boy had not scored in over 20 games. He comes in, scores that beauty with his rare right foot in a very difficult angle. In fact, for me, I would have understood if he tried to pass the ball to Bruno. I think he was the one making the run on the opposite end. But he goes for the far corner and is inch perfect. I will tell you, this is going to change a lot about his confidence because it wasn't a tap-in. It wasn't a simple goal. It was a well-worked goal. I think gets the ball from Bruno, has a few 1, 2, 3 touches on it and sends it in the far right corner to beat the Leicester goalkeeper. Trust you me, such a goal for any striker will feel sweet. So Hojlund, big kongs, you worked for it, but guys, most importantly, Amorim solved the problem. We've seen it consistently before. You would have said, Webb, you're excited. Webb, you're carried away. Webb, da 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 da. Listen, guys, Man United has been consistently playing well and creating chances in 3 games. Tell me when you last saw it. Tell me when you last saw this Manchester United team consistently for 3 games play well. Tell me from Erik ten Hag's time, be honest. We were so poor and Erik ten Hag said we didn't have the quality to be consistent. Clearly, the consistent performances from United, the way the team is creating chances, the way players are passing, even the youngsters, when so many are injured, shows you that it was probably partly and a significant part of the problem that United had was the coach. Amorim ball is looking so confident. So for me, beautiful, beautiful stuff, and it's promising. We are now seeing the youngsters like Harry Amas playing, getting a few minutes. First time Harry Amas comes into play, and it looked good. Fitted in so well. Amorim continuing to introduce these kids slowly, and he brings on the right kids at the right time. For me, big kudos to that. But getting into the player ratings, I'll start from top to behind. I'll start with Hojlund. Out of 10, I'll give Hojlund a proper 8 out of 10 because he scored. Guys, that is all we were demanding from him. The boy has suffered to get anything close to a goal. So for me, I'll give him his proper 8 out of 10 just for that. And I know after the goal, he a bit struggled with his coming back again, but I wouldn't care. Enjoy your moment, Hojlund. His teammates were happy for him, and you love to see it. I'll go to Garnacho. Scored again. Guys, consistent improvement. And by the way, go back in my preview. I spoke about Garnacho. And Hojlund scoring, of course. Then Garnacho has a good game. Scores. In fact, I think I said he could even score. I don't know what I said, but you can go back and refer to it. Guys, I think it's beginning to look obvious now that we have good players in all departments. Beginning to look. Guys, mark my words. Beginning to look. But Garnacho, beautiful. Indeed, he deserved the goal because even in the past games, he has worked for this. Talk about Eriksen, weakest link. So I'll give Garnacho, he also scored, I'll give him 7.5 because, I mean, he did not need the goal as much as Hojlund needed it. Like, honestly, if we're being honest. So, yeah. Then Eriksen started in 10 as one of the 2 number 10s. I thought he was United's weakest link. I would give him... I'll give him 5, and that should be the worst. No one will score less than that because in such a game, even if one plays so poorly, you don't really, just destroy it by rating anyone below average. So I'll give him 5 out of 10. Then go in the middle, Bruno Capitano. I mean, people are debating in a certain group whether Bruno is a legend, and one said in 4 years when Man U wins the Premier League, he will be a legend. I'll tell you, it's difficult to call him a legend now because he hasn't won nothing. But let me tell you, in 2 years, he will be a legend because in less than 2 years, not more than 2 years, Amorim is going to win the Premier League. Mark my words. Prophet Webb. Prophet Webb. I prophesied Hojlund's goal. So you have no reason to doubt my abilities to prophesy. But anyway, on a serious note, I honestly think Ruben Amorim is going to win the Premier League before Mikel Arteta does. And I'm not saying this because I'm a United fan. I'm saying it because look at what impact Amorim has made on Man United. This crop of players made only one signing, mediocre players, but look what he has made of them. How better will it be when he gets 2 summers, 2 transfer windows to handle for himself? Think about it honestly. So that's, for me, what is guiding my prediction that he will win the Premier League before the stoic, funny Mikel Arteta does back to United. So I'll go in the middle. Bruno out of 10, I'll give him 7. I'll give Ugarte. Started slow. I thought Ugarte had a nasty game. It did not look all good on him. But I'll give him a 6.6. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. I'll go Dalot, swinging that beautiful cross, the step over, the dummy that he sailed for the cross to assist Bruno. I'll give him, by his standards, fair, 6.5. Good enough. Then on the left wing back, we had, of course, that's where I think Dalot's cross came when he had switched to the right, by the way. Yeah, he came when he has switched to the right. So, but Mazraoui is the one who started on the right. Not so much right home about. I'll give him a 6. Then I'll go in the back line, and the whole of it will get, besides Heaven, because of the injury he got trying to save us. I thought Heaven, by the way, was impeccable. Blocking balls is going to be a huge miss, by the way. It's the only low point of this game. It's going to be a huge miss for this, because remember, we don't have Lisandro Martinez playing on the left. Heaven has been growing into the role, and then he gets stretchered off. You love to see it. It's ugly, but I mean, there's always baptism to this big stage. He's only 18. You remember what happened with Lenny Yoro, Kobe Maino. I mean, it was always bound to happen. These kids will always get that because of the intensity, the physicality, the physical demands of the league. Their bodies need to first be checked a bit with such injuries. So just hope it's not too bad. And in a day or two, we'll get to understand the details. But I'll give him, by the time he went off, he was impeccable. I felt I'll give him a 7.5. He blocked about 3 or 4 balls, by the way, before he went off. So, then we had Lindelof, of course, was fidgeting. And I'll give Lindelof a 6 or 6.5 because he didn't concede. And on the right, we had, Mazraoui. I think I rated Mazraoui. I gave him his 6, probably. Onana, not so many questions asked. 6 out of 10. Fair enough, guys. For Amorim, the boss perfectly handled the game. Gets an injury to Heaven, brings on Toby Collier, puts him on the right, then later when brings on the delete, sends him in the middle. Boss, he was just playing with his players. I love that he has understood his players even more, and that's why it's looking effortless how he wins games of football lately. And this is only increasing his confidence and that of the team. So for that reason, Ruben Amorim, will score himself a cool 8 out of 10 because it was even a clean sheet, guys. So isn't that dreamland? Before we get there, we are testing it. You love to see it. My name is Webb. This is the United of Sport. Like, share, subscribe, drop down a comment, and let me know whether you think this Manchester United team could actually surprise so many people. And first of all, mathematically, we can't be relegated. If people are still telling you about relegation, tell them, like, do that in their face. Like, come on. Mathematically, United cannot get relegated. So just enjoy the moment and expect Man United to win the Europa League because we will return from the international break a little more fired up. I love this club. Peace, love, and harmony. Cheers.